24, Lucas Fleming, another senior for this Reading squad.
And I like the play call right there. You know, with first and goal to go, you want to make sure to make them fear the running game because they've been doing a couple play fakes now, so you actually want to hand the ball off to make sure that they respect the run game, even if you don't want to make that a big part of your game plan today.
Definitely. So an important stop, a couple stops here for the Arlington defense. So what do you think they're going to need to do here on this next play?
I think they need to make sure to cover the middle of the field. Like, it seems like that's where Reading wants to attack. They want to open up the middle of the field for their play fake and get the ball out quickly.
And the Spy Ponders tries to cover the middle of the field there, like you said, but unfortunately it's going to be a touchdown for the Reading Rockets early on here.
Yeah, it's just your classic ground and pound inside the goal. You know, if you're Reading, you definitely want to see that when you do hand the ball up that you can get those couple yards that you need, but you'll take a touchdown any day.
Definitely. So they're going to go up early here, 6-0. Now they're going to go for the PAT. That's number 22, Ben Ferrente, who's taking the kick. And he takes it square down the middle.
Ben Ferrente kicking for the Rockets.
And Ben Ferrente propels the Rockets up to a 7-0 lead over the Spy Ponders. Arlington will get the ball back, looking to respond here quickly as we're early in this first quarter, about 7 minutes, 16 seconds remaining, and the Rockets have taken a 7-0 lead. And man, what a lethal offense from this Reading Rockets squad.
You know, it was like, it reminded me of the K on offense in the 90s. Maybe I'm going a little too far back, but, you know, they didn't waste any time on that drive. You know, Murphy, he had the ball in his hands, and he got that thing out quick.
Definitely, and a dangerous offense, like we've said so far. The Arlington defense, a strength of their team. We've seen the defensive line, like you were saying earlier, is a really strong defensive line. But this Reading team is built very strong, and they're not looking to give up many stops early on here as they lead 7-0. They're going to kick back to the Spy Ponders now.
Yeah, and it, you know, I like the approach by Reading because the strength of our team, like you said, is our D-line. So it's going to help their O-line if they make sure to run quick passes. That way the O-line doesn't have to stress too much about holding up those big defenders up front.
For sure, play action playing a big part in this Reading's offense early on here as they're going to kick it off to the Spy Ponders there. He has some room to return. That's number 28 who loops out far right. That's Dom Leosa once again.
Yeah, it looks like it's right around the 20-yard line.
So he gets about 5 yards on that return as he decided to cut out right. It'll be 1st and 10 once again from deep in the Arlington end as Henry Burns and the Arlington Spy Ponders offense will take the field. Rich, why don't you tell us about one or two players on this Arlington offense who have been really impactful so far this year?
Well, Caden Mills has been a really impactful wide receiver this year. He didn't get much action last week, but he, talking to the coaches and his teammates, he's definitely a player to watch today. I definitely look out to see him catch a couple passes today.
Definitely, and he's only a freshman for this Arlington squad, as Henry Burns will take the first snap of the game, 1st and 10 from the shotgun.
And I like that. Let him get the ball in his hands and be able to see the field and get some plays early to get his confidence going.
And the Spy Ponders go for a run early on. That was Adam Lee, who tried to take it up the middle. I don't believe he gained anything yet. Or actually, yes, that was Adam Lee, excuse me. As he pushed up the middle, he lost his helmet on the play. So no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 10 as the Spy Ponders are faced with an extremely strong Reading defense early on here, holding them to almost no yards so far in this game.
They're letting Arlington know early, if you want to beat us, you're going to have to be a little more versatile.
Burns takes the snap. He throws down the middle. It's caught.
Nice play.
Pushing forward there. That's number 5, Stan Pierre. He had the only touchdown catch, I should say, in the last home game for the Arlington Spy Ponders in that 4th quarter against Lexington to cut the lead in half from 14-0 to 14-7. So Stan Pierre has been an impactful player so far for the Spy Ponders. Gets a big completion there. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Arlington squad.
Consistency. That's what you've loved to see. That's what you love to see, and that's what Stan Pierre has been all year, consistent. Love the play call. Hit him with a nice quick slant over the middle, get the ball out quickly, and get your quarterback some confidence.
3rd and short. They're going to go for the run play, and it's a heavy clog down the middle. The Spy Ponders aren't going to gain anything on that one. And it will go to 4th down early on as the punting team will come back on once again for the Arlington Spy Ponders.
You know, if you're Arlington, you definitely want to hang your hat on the fact that you were able to complete a pass to Stan Pierre on this drive. Like, I'd like to see more of that as the game goes on. More quick completions like that between Pierre and our quarterback.
I agree. The Spy Ponders, they they've been good in the passing game. The problem has been that they haven't really thrown the ball too much.
Yeah.
Which is, last year we saw that with Tyler Callahan being at quarterback for the Spy Ponders. He was a big scrambling quarterback, more of a running back than a quarterback, actually. He was just take his own number almost every time and get big gains on the play. But this year when you don't have that, Arlington's trying to stick with its running game. But you can flourish out into this passing game a little bit more. Henry's been a consistent thrower for the Spy Ponders. And I agree with you. I'd like to see some more throwing action from the Spy Ponders.
Yeah, and not every throw has to be a rocket launch 20-yard pass down the field. I'd like to see more quick passes to Stampierre. I'd like to see some opportunities for not Caden Mills, but Adam Lee out of the backfield. Just some quick plays, maybe some screens, a couple misdirection runs. Really get this offense going.
So Arlington with not as far of a punt, a little bit further than last time, actually. It's going to be from the 43 of Reading's end, as the Rockets will come back onto the field for 1st and 10 from the 43.
Yeah, that was definitely a key factor on Reading's swing on that last drive, was the fact that they got to start the drive in Spy Ponders territory. This time, this time it's on the other side of the field, still a little close to 50, but you want to give yourself as much breathing room as possible to stall the drive and force a good punt.
For sure, and Arlington's going to be looking to bring the heat on the defensive line like we were talking about earlier, being the strength of their squad, forcing Reading to try and throw that long ball out to try and contest it in the secondary. Last time we were here at home, Arlington had 5 turnovers in the game against the Reading Rockets, 2 interceptions and 3 forced fumbles against the Lexington Minutemen. So their defense is strong. They just have to capitalize and learn this Reading offense a little bit more before they can capitalize.
And they were definitely looking at the tape, looking over how the mistakes happen, where the turnovers happen, and how they can clean it up. You never want to lose a game, but sometimes a loss can kind of really make you reflect on what you need to do and, help clean up mistakes and just make yourself come out and be a better team the following game.
Definitely. And Arlington looking to get the win here today, especially on senior afternoon. Yeah, we look to honor their seniors here today.
Yeah, and we've got so many families, and you see posters all over the bleachers. You love this type of environment. Senior Day is very special, not just for the players, but all the families, staff, coaches, everybody that's been a part of this program, being able to see these seniors off for everything they've accomplished.
Definitely, as it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rockets. A low snap there. Plenty of time in the pocket. He's going to look to go deep. He airs it out, and it is caught! Going down into the end zone, and that's a touchdown. Wow. Dan Demir, a senior tight end, goes the distance. First play of the drive for the Reading boys, and they score another touchdown to go up 13-0, 14-0 with this extra point.
Well, that was a bomb. That was a bomb. That's the type of play that you want them to challenge. You want to dare them to go deep. It's unfortunate that he was able to get behind the defensive backs, but the key is for our defensive line to be able to get after the quarterback and not give him that amount of time to throw.
And James Murphy with a beautiful throw there as the PAT is right down the middle. Once again, it's going to be 14-0 in favor of the Rockets. A great throw there by Murphy, an arcing spiral right down the middle. Yeah. And you saw Dan Demir got right behind the Arlington secondary and just took it to the house.
He did. It was a great throw. It was a great catch, too. Hit him in stride, and he was able to just take it the distance.
And what great presence by the Reading offensive line on that play. As the Spy Ponders, they were applying a lot of pressure, but it's just not enough as the Reading boys held him off. Plenty of space for Murphy in the pocket to make the throw. Wasn't getting touched at all, but, just a great execution of a first play of a drive there by Reading, and they go up 14-0.
Yeah, the coach is definitely excited about that one. I'm sure they've practiced that one all week. And, even better pocket presence by the quarterback to be able to hang in there and wait for his guy to get a little more space down the field for the completion.
Definitely, and the Spy Ponders will take the ball once again here as Reading will kick off. Back to receive it, that's Caden Mills, who's going to take his first reception of the game, and he gets a good gain on that one, pushing up to about the 25-yard line with his first piece of offense of the game.
A little better field position this time around. You're hoping that this time we can use that momentum to help us get an easy first down. I definitely think this is this is a perfect opportunity for Adam Lee or even Caden Mills to get a couple completions. He just touched the ball. I'm sure he's got plenty of adrenaline right now ready to go.
Definitely, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the Spy Ponders from about the 24-yard line. Burns in shotgun. He takes the snap, rolls out to his right, and hands it off. Nice move there, but he can't shake the entire defensive line of Reading, as it's going to be a loss of 3.
Burns to Lee.
And that's number 19, Adam Lee, once again, who attempted to carry on that one.
Yeah, I like the fake. It's just Reading saw that play right away, and they were not fooled, unfortunately, that time.
So the Spy Ponders, I think we're both set on this one, that we want to see a little bit more throwing action as they continue to try and cut down this lead here, as we have about 2 minutes, 55 seconds left in the first quarter. 14-0, Reading Memorial leads. 2nd and 10 now. Burns takes the snap, rolls out to his left. He throws, and it's caught there down the middle. Good catch there for the Spy Ponders. They're going to move forward about 3 or 4 yards on that one.
Yeah, plays like that you definitely want to see more of as the game goes along. You know, let your quarterback complete as many quick passes as possible to get some rhythm, get some momentum going, keep the defense honest.
And that was Alex Gardner with the reception, his first reception of the game for the Spy Ponders. As they go once again 3rd and long, it's going to be 3rd and 10 for Arlington. Burns takes the snap, rolls out to his left once again. He's pressured and tries to throw low there, but it's incomplete. As the Spy Ponders will be forced to punt once again. And Reading looks to build on their lead even more here in this first quarter.
And I believe, you know, I might be wrong on this one, but that was back-to-back passes. So you do like to see that now. They're getting the ball in the quarterback's hands more often.
Definitely.
And, I think that'll be good for them going forward if they can keep that momentum up.
They're trying to get that passing game going, but you know, a little bit slow out of the gates so far here, as Reading is really locked down on Arlington defensively. So now Arlington will punt it away from deep in their own end once again. And again, almost blocked on that one, but it's a good punt. Goes out to about the 40.
Like it.
Back to receive it there is number 10, Aiden Beckenhughes, a sophomore for the Reading Rockets.
Ball on the 37-yard
He kicked that one just about to the 30-yard line, so, you know, even better field position for your defense this time. You hope that the defense this time with Luke, you know, can make a nice play, get a tackle for loss, and force a quick 3 and out.
And a fun fact, Rich, Aiden Beckenhughes also has a brother on the Reading Memorial squad, and also a cousin who's on the Arlington squad. We have Alex Beckenhughes on the Arlington defense, and then we have on the Reading squad, we have Aiden Beckenhughes, who is number 10, and then Sean Beckenhughes, who is number 56. So a little bit of a family reunion here.
Absolutely.
On senior afternoon, as it's a big loss there for the Reading boys. Coming in there hot is number 24 for the Arlington Spy Ponders, Adam Wasco.
Loss of 9 yards on the
Yeah,
play
you know,
for
and just going back to your
Second
point
down.
about the football family, it's going to be an interesting conversation at the dinner table after this game. But I'm sure, you know, both families are very proud of their boys for everything they're doing this season.
Yeah, that was Dom Leosu who applied some pressure on that play as well, and now it's going to be a loss of 9 for the Reading boys. They will be pushed back. 2nd and 19.
Great play. That's how you set the tone for a drive.
Takes the snap. Nobody in the backfield. The whole defensive line tried to jump there, but it's going to be caught on the sideline by number 15, Patrick Harrigan, once again. And it'll be 3rd and about 5 for the Reading boys as they look to get a first down on this one. Arlington looked for their first defensive stop of the game to force Reading to punt it away.
Yeah, and in a 3rd and long situation, this is definitely the opportunity where you can, you know, capitalize on a nice blitz, force the quarterback to get the ball out quicker than he wants to.
Definitely, as the Arlington Spy Ponders are going to look to get a stop here, try and put some pressure on James Murphy, as it'll be 3rd and 5. Nick Perez in motion as Murphy takes the snap. He looks down the middle, and it's intercepted! Moving back the other way, and the Spy Ponders get their first big defensive turnover of the contest.
Now that is a momentum shift right there. What a play.
And
what a play.
That's number 73.
Spy Ponders take over the ball at the Rockets' 30-yard line.
No,
What
it's
a
not
play.
73. We don't even have a number 73. I think, yeah, 34, I should say.
Let's see.
Who gets the interception? Shane Broughton.
Shane Broughton. And the great thing about Shane is he knew exactly where the quarterback wanted to go. See, Reading's quarterback's been attacking that middle of the field the entire game, so he just sat there, waited in the deep middle of the field, and jumped the play as soon as the ball came out. You love to see that type of concentration.
So we will be able to confirm who it is shortly on the sideline, because usually somebody who gets a defensive turnover puts on a gold chain on the sideline. That's what we saw last game with the 5 defensive turnovers for the Arlington Spy Ponders. So let's keep an eye out on the sideline just to confirm who it actually was. I believe it was Shane Broughton who got the interception.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of gold chains on the football field, so I'm pretty sure we'll be able to spot that guy pretty soon.
As the Arlington Spy Ponders will take over deep in Reading Memorial's end of the field, is that we have come to the end of the first quarter here. 14-0 lead for the Reading Memorial Rockets, as the Arlington Spy Ponders look to shift the momentum a little bit here as they get a chance in Reading's end to get a touchdown in this one. So obviously the Arlington Spy Ponders are an underdog in this contest. We've seen that. But, you know, they have a chance here to kind of propel themselves back into the game. It's going to be interesting to see what the Spy Ponders can do here to try and get a touchdown. What do you think they're going to go for on offense?
I think they're definitely going to. I think they're gonna start off with the run, you know, just to kind of keep the defense honest. And then I think there'll be 2 passes on this drive. I think they definitely want to attack and put the defense on their heels as soon as possible.
Definitely, the Spy Ponders are going to want to have a versatile play calling strategy here, as they will pick up the ball from about the 30-yard line in Reading's end. Henry Burns will go from the shotgun for 1st and 10.
Yeah, because you don't want to completely abandon the run. You know, you get one score here, and then all of a sudden it's a 1-possession game. So
Burns takes the snap. He looks down the middle, and it is caught off the deflection there. Pushing down the field, that's going to be enough for a 1st down. It was almost intercepted, but number 28, Dom Leosa, came down with it once again. He's been making a big impact for the Spy Ponders early on here in this contest.
See, that's like one of those plays you just hold your breath like, and then the guy just catches it. Oh my gosh, those tip balls.
That was close. That was close.
But that's just great concentration by number 28, Dom Leosa over there. Always be in position to catch the football, even if it's not going your way.
And Dom is a senior for the Arlington Spy Ponders, as we're honoring all the seniors on the squad here today on senior afternoon for the Spy Ponders. It'll be 1st and 10 once again, as Burns takes the snap from the shotgun, and a handoff there, rolling out to the far left. That was number 19, Adam Lee, who gains about 2 on that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, Reading was able to close in on him before he was able to really set the edge, because it looked like he had some green to go.
Yeah, he had some room over there, but, you know, a good play by the linebackers on the Reading squad to kind of hustle over there and bring him down before he can see the light of day and try and get to the end zone on that one. So it'll be 2nd and 8, I would assume, as the Spy Ponders will go at it once again. Henry Burns from the shotgun. And Reading looks to be bringing the heat on this one. The linebackers up close, and the stoppage of play. I think Arlington's going to take the timeout. They don't like how the Reading boys looked lined up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, you know, anytime it doesn't look right, take the timeout. Obviously, you don't want, you know, you like to preserve your timeouts when it gets, you know, towards a 2-minute warning. But, you know, make sure that every play you're going to call is going to be the right one.
Definitely, the Spy Ponders looking to kind of propel themselves back into this one, down 14-0 with 10 minutes 28 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, as the Arlington boys are deep into the Reading's end now, as they look to score a touchdown and cut this lead in half.
Absolutely, great opportunity to cut this deficit. You definitely want to capitalize on the momentum off that interception.
Definitely, as the Spy Ponders will take the field once again. And it'll be interesting to see. Do you think Reading will go back and try and pressure the ball on this one? A heavy blitz from the Reading boys. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they're going to try to put some pressure on the quarterback, force him to get the ball out of his hands quickly. But that can definitely work to their advantage.
Arlington elects to run on 2nd and 8. It's brought down the middle. That's Adam Lee. Gains about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now for the Spy Ponders.
And you have a run like that to keep the defense honest. You want to make sure that they're going to respect the running game throughout the entire game, so they can't just freelance and attack the quarterback whenever they feel like it.
Definitely, and Adam Lee making a lot happen this game. This is a tough defensive line from the Reading squad. He's still powering through, pushing through, gaining 2-3 yards on every play. As Byrne rolls out to his right, heavily pressured on that one. He tries to air it out, and it's intercepted off the deflection as the Reading boys will take over. That's number 20 who got the pick, Colby Goodchild, a junior.
At the 10-yard line.
For the Reading Memorial boys as they will take it over from their own 10. And the Spy Ponders get close but no cigar as Burns throws his first interception of the game.
And I see what Burns was trying to do there. You know, he had a guy for a half a second. You know, preferably on a play like that, you'd like him to see the throw the ball just a little bit lower so that way if it's not in your guy's hands, it's an incomplete pass.
Definitely. That would have been you know, a little bit better thing to do there, but obviously Burns was pressured heavily on that one. He had to roll out far to his right. He had a bunch of Reading hands up in his face, but, you know, tried to make the best of the situation, at least looking at the bright side for Arlington here. At least Reading is pinned deep in their own end. Maybe the Arlington defense can come up with a big turnover here and get the ball back for the Spy Ponders in the Reading zone.
Yeah, you know, being deep in your own end, now you're putting the pressure back on them. So, you know, if you force a quick 3 and out, all of a sudden it can be a completely different game again.
As Murphy's under center, and it looks like it's going to be a false start. It's going to be on the Reading boys, so it's going to push them back another 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 5-yard line now. So this gets a little bit interesting, huh, Rich?
Yeah, I mean, nothing's guaranteed. You know, you get the turnover, but you're deep in your own end, and now you're even further deep in your own end because of that false start penalty. You always get a little nervous when you're the offensive team deep in your own end, so I'm not surprised there's a little hiccup there just now.
Definitely, and the Arlington defense, their strength is the defensive line, so they're going to try and blitz heavy on this one as Reading will go for the early run game on this one, pushing forward. And that's number 24 for the Reading boys, Lucas Fleming, with a pretty big gain.
5 yards.
Yeah,
5 yards will bring you to 2nd and 10 now.
You know, as a D-line, this is where you're looking your chops right now. You have a chance to just basically attack the quarterback because he doesn't have much room to back up.
Definitely, and that's why I think the Reading boys are approaching this from an under center type ordeal as they're deep in their own end. Murphy under center, he's going to take the snap once again. Hands it off there. He gets a lane off to his right and breaks through a spin move, and he gets 1st down and more there. Again, number 24, Lucas Fleming, pushing through for the Reading boys.
And right there, Reading's letting you know that we can hand the ball off too and get a couple yards. We love to throw, but we can run on you too.
Definitely, the Reading offense continues to heat up as this game goes on. 8 minutes, 23 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. It's 14-0 in favor of the Reading Rockets as once again Murphy will go under center. And another flag on the play. I think this one might be on Arlington as the Arlington coaches seem upset on that one.
Yeah, and the quarterback for Reading was clapping his hands, so it looks like you're probably right on that one. If you're Arlington, there's no need to no need to get antsy. There's still a lot of football left, a lot of time left on the clock. Just 3 plays and the ball's back in your offensive hands again.
Murphy under center once again. It's going to be 1st and 5 now for the Reading boys. He takes the snap. Arlington goes heavy on the blitz, but he's still able to come out with a couple of yards there once again. That's Fleming, who gains about 3. It'll be 2nd and 2 now for the Reading boys.
Yeah, this is a completely different drive than what we've been seeing from Reading so far. All runs.
So now Murphy will drop back into the shotgun. Arlington have to be aware here of possibly a throw, but they're going to go for another run attempt. That's Fleming once again, who gets a 1st down and a couple of extra yards as we'll move the chains and move forward again. 1st and 10 for the Reading boys.
Yeah, and it looks like that seems to be the strength of the offensive line of Reading is the right side. They're getting it a lot in between the tackle and the guard, and they are running with authority right now.
Definitely. What do you think Arlington's defense needs to do here to kind of shut down this running game that's been working so well for the Reading Memorial boys on this drive?
Well, seeing where Arlington's coming from, you don't want to commit completely to the running game because they have had some success so far with passing, but I wouldn't be surprised if the coach dials up a couple blitzes towards that right side just to stop a little of the momentum and force them to switch it up a little bit. You don't want them to get too comfortable either.
Definitely another big gain on the run for the Reading boys. It'll be 2nd and 1 now as they've crossed into Arlington territory at about the 47-yard line. From the shotgun, they're going to look quick pass, and the flag is quickly thrown. Might be a false start.
Yeah, I believe this one.
It is.
This time, yep, this one's on Reading.
They're going to back them up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 now for Reading as they tried to go with that hurry-up offense. A little bit too quick on that one as they're going to be forced to back up 5 yards.
Yeah, well, they definitely like to get the ball out of their hands quickly, and that was the first pass attempt of this drive.
Murphy from the shotgun. He's going to look to his right once again. A screen pass is caught and pushed forward for a first down and more. That's number 1, Dan DeMayer, once again, the one with a far touchdown pass earlier in the game, a tight end for the Reading boys, as he gets another completion there and a first down off a 10-yard gain. And will move the chains once again as the Reading boys showing no signs of slowing down. Arlington's defense looks tired. They're not even lining up on the line in time.
Yeah, no, on that play, the wide receiver definitely got help from his teammate on the right who gave him a nice block for that extra yardage.
And another screen pass is caught, and pushing forward is DeMayer again, once again. Another gain of about 12 as he just shoved an Arlington defender right off him and pushed forward. You can definitely see that the Arlington defense is running out of gas. Reading, no mercy as they continue to go with this hurry-up offense. See Arlington's defense standing around with their hands on their hips. They're breathing, gasping for air now as the Reading Memorial boys are still going quickly, trying to push down the field and get another score here to go up 3.
Yeah, and Reading's a completely different team now, it looks like, from what they were just a couple plays ago. Now they're getting back to what they've been doing this whole game.
And another false start. That's going to be on Arlington. Reading's going to move forward another 5 yards. And at least, again, if you're looking at the positive, is at least they'll stop the play long enough so you can get a couple of subs. But, Reading continues to plow forward here. 5 minutes left in the second quarter. 14-0 lead for Reading Memorial. Murphy from the shotgun. 1st and 5, I should say. He takes the snap and hands it off right down the middle once again is number 24, Lucas Fleming. Another 6-yard gain, and that's going to be another first down for the Reading boys.
Yeah, this is a time where it might not be a complete bad idea to take a little timeout. You obviously want to save your timeouts for offensive opportunities down the stretch, but you don't want your defense to tire out either.
And no signs of slowing down from Murphy as he claps his hands looking for the snap. It's going to be 1st and 10. He takes it, looks to his right, and it is caught, and a fumble on the play, and it'll be Arlington's ball.
Wow. Arlington is fighting. Arlington is fighting.
That was number 15, Patrick Harrigan. They said that he had the ball long enough. He took his 2 steps. Arlington's defense is able to whack it out from his hands, and that's a big defensive turnover. They're going to prevent the score now from deep in their own end.
See, every single play, every next play is the opportunity to make deep play, and that's what you love to see from Arlington's defense so far. They have been fighting tooth and nail this entire game. That's 2 times they've had the ball in their territory and they forced a turnover. Great play.
So Arlington will take the ball from about their own 7-yard line now, as it'll be 1st and 10 with about 4 minutes and 13 seconds left. Maybe you can make something happen. You're going to have to drive down the field. We haven't seen the Arlington Spy Pounders connect too much and get too many first downs to kind of get momentum going on a drive. But, if there's the time to do it, it would be now. You're trying to cut this lead in half before the end of the second quarter. And this is going to be big time for Arlington. What do you think they're going to have to do here on this offensive drive?
Well, I think on this drive, I think you got to throw. I think they got to get the ball out of their hands quickly. I would love to see Adam Lee get an opportunity in the screen game. Run a screen on first down, get a couple of yards, and then try to complete a couple quick passes to Caden Mills. Caden was definitely a player that was talked about going into this game, so I'd love to see him get some opportunities over the middle.
Definitely, as the Arlington Spy Pounders take the field once again. And obviously, Dom Leosa has been an impactful player so far for Arlington. A couple of catches and some big defensive stops from him as well so far this game. So as he heats up, maybe you should try and get him the ball more as well as Mills and Adam Lee.
He has. You want to get the ball into your playmakers' hands. That inspires them, and it inspires the entire team as well.
Definitely, as Arlington will take the snap here. 1st and 10. Burns from the shotgun from deep in his own end. And here we go now. Burns takes the snap, looks for a screen, and it is dropped there on that far side. Burns was looking for Stan Pierre, I believe.
But you like the play call, though. I like how they went to the screen on 1st down. They tried to get the ball. I believe that was in Lee's hands?
Stan Pierre, yeah.
Stan Pierre.
As the Spy Pounders will go once again, 2nd and 10 now from deep in their own end. 4 minutes, 5 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter. Burns takes the snap, hands it off, and the Spy Pounders aren't going to gain much on that one as they're going to have to look deep here on this 3rd and long.
And that again is one of those plays where you have, even though you haven't had too much success with the run game, you want to make sure that they still respect the run game so they can't just tee off on your quarterback.
For sure, definitely. That's going to be an important thing for Arlington to establish so far in this game. They've been doing good so far in the run game. Haven't seen too much gain so far, but Arlington continue to pound the rock on those plays as they will go here for a 3rd and long. Burns in the shotgun. He takes the snap, and they're going to run it once again. And he's not going to get enough on that one as
Burns to Lee with a gain of
Adam
2
Lee gains
yards.
about 2 yards, and it's likely that the Spy Pounders are going to be punting now.
Come on, Nick.
Oh, okay, we're back. That was
some technical
difficulty there. We were scared for a second, but we are back here on the field now. Aiden Moog McGinty is going to be punting, as well as being a tight end. He's also the punter and kicker for the Arlington Spy Pounders, as he'll have to punt from deep in his own end.
Jack of all trades.
And it's blocked! And he tries to pick it up. The ball's bouncing around. And is he in the end zone? I don't know.
Yeah.
So
it's tough to tell from there. If he's not in the end zone, he's basically a half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, he must be. It's definitely 1st and goal now. But Woog almost had an opportunity to grab it there. He's unfortunately not be able to get his hands on it. But
yeah, and to give Reading some credit, they have been in the backfield on those.
They've been bringing the heat
the entire game.
They've definitely been bringing the heat so far in this one, as the Spy Pounders unfortunately have the punt blocked. And
2 points for the Rockets.
Okay, so they're gonna call it a safety. Okay, so
they'll get 2 points, and then we'll have to punt back to them.
Yeah, unfortunately. At least it's not a touchdown, so the Spy Pounders still making this a 3-score game instead of a 3-touchdown game, as they'll need 2 touchdowns and a field goal to be leading by 1.
Right. On this punt play, you won't have to worry about getting blocked, and you hope that, use that opportunity to pin them deep, make them work for the points.
Definitely, as we have 2 minutes, 22 seconds left here in this 2nd quarter before we go to halftime. And it's been an interesting first half of the game so far. The Arlington Spy Pounders, they haven't been producing much on offense, but they've been surviving. This is an extremely tough Reading squad. But, although Reading keeps pushing, they're trying to go for that last blow. But the Arlington Spy Pounders keep pounding back. And, they're hanging in there. They're hanging in there.
And that's what you love to see. You want to, against the team that has such a pedigree as Reading this season, this is see this as confidence if you're Arlington. You're hanging in with the big boys. All you need is just 1 score to just get yourself back in the game.
Definitely. And the Spy Pounders, they are a 4th quarter team, as they scored their touchdown in the last home game, their first and only touchdown of that game in the 4th quarter from Burns to Stan Pierre, as they look to try and heat things up a little bit earlier this time to try and have some time to get back into it, as they're down 3 scores. But Woog will punt, and that goes high, but not far forward, and they touch it on that one. It's dangerous.
Live ball.
He has to drop back, and he escapes there, but now he's looping around to his right, still moving around with it there. That's number 20. He's dancing around with the ball as he tries to continue down the middle, and that's Colby Goodchild, a junior.
And we have 2 flags on the field by 2 officials, so wondering what the call's going to be.
It might be a face mask. I might be seeing a face mask on this one from when Colby was brought down, but they are no sign yet. It is on Reading, actually, so, and another one on Arlington, so they're going to be offsetting as Reading will take the ball.
Timeout Arlington.
As Arlington takes the timeout with 1 minute 55 seconds left.
Arlington was definitely trying to punch the ball out that time. You could tell that's what kind of allowed Reading to get a little bit of green, because you want to make the play, but you want to make sure to get the guy on the ground first and foremost.
Definitely, they smelt blood on that one as soon as the ball hit the Reading defender's leg. But it actually looks like the Reading boys are going to be pushed back to about the 41-yard line on their own end. So it looks like the Reading boys will be assessed with a flag here to push them back from where they had it before at about the 48 on their own end. But okay. So 1 minute 55 seconds left here in the second quarter. The Reading boys leading by a score of 16-0 over the Arlington Spy Partners on senior afternoon here in Rich. The last time both of us were here, it was actually senior night for the Spy Ponders over a year and a half ago.
Yeah, and it's crazy because the weather was completely different. It was freezing cold.
Yeah.
And that game itself sort of started off like this, sort of like it was a completely different game. It was a defensive slugfest for the first 3 quarters, and then the 4 quarters turned into this all-out shootout. That was one epic game.
Oh, and a huge gain there is number 20 once again. That's Colby Goodchild with a huge gain on that one. He gains about 15 or 20 yards as they push deep into the Arlington end from about the 43-yard line. And once again, Reading won't slow down. They're going for this hurry-up offense. Takes the snap and another handoff once again. Goodchild pushes forward almost enough for the first down, but not enough yet.
Goodchild with the carry for a gain of 5 yards.
Murphy continues to rush the offense to the line of scrimmage, trying to catch the Spy Ponders off guard.
Yeah, and that's and like you said, Goodrich showing his versatility, able to both run the ball and catch the ball out of the backfield.
Definitely, he's been an impactful player, especially in these past couple of minutes off the punt return and everything, and that's a false start on Reading, so they will be pushed back.
For a loss of 5.
Now with about a minute left in the second quarter, clock stops, which helps Reading, but unfortunately you're pushed back 5 yards. It'll be second and about 6 as the Reading boys under center once again is Murphy. He takes the snap, play action, pressured there, he escapes the sack and looks to air it out long, and it is caught!
Wow.
Touchdown,
Murphy with
Patrick Harrigan.
God.
And Murphy dancing around in the pocket, and the Reading boys will take a 23-0 lead.
Unbelievable throw. He just aired that thing out, and this guy was light years down the field ready to catch it. That was a bomb.
Wow, that was an incredible play by Murphy on that one. He was almost sacked on the play, and actually I jinxed myself. I knew I was going to do that by saying it was going to be a 23-point lead. They missed the extra point, so it's 22-0 now for Reading. So helpful if you're Arlington. Now only you need 3 touchdowns and only 1 2-point conversion instead of 2, but
Well, you got a whole half of football left, and you got some time now.
Yeah, you have another 37 seconds. You got to go for something crazy here. You know, you're down 3 scores. What is there to lose at this point?
Right, and as we saw in that last game we called oh so long ago, a lot can happen in under
Oh
a
yeah,
minute.
oh yeah. We definitely saw a lot of back and forth action between Arlington and Belmont. All the way a year and a half ago now. It feels like a long time, and it's good to have you back here, Rich.
Absolutely, Nick. I love doing play-by-play with you, man, and Arlington is definitely lucky to have you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And obviously, we're very lucky to be here thanks to ACMi, Arlington Community Media, Inc., all the crew members who came out here today to cover this production. Obviously, a little bit more difficult with the pandemic, but, you know, we're still pushing through. We still have sports here in high school, and we still have the same coverage that we've had in the past year. So very thankful to everybody at ACMi.
Absolutely. Very, very thankful, very grateful for, everyone here at the ACMi and Arlington community for giving us this opportunity and presenting us with what we have here today.
Nick Alice with the punt return, or kick return, I should say, for the Arlington boys.
5 yards.
Gains about 5 yards on that one, and it'll be 1st and 10. 28 seconds left from about the 30-yard line now. And, we're looking for something crazy on this one. Hopefully we can see some innovative plays from the Arlington coaching staff as Burns will go from the shotgun.
Be interesting to see, if they'll try to play for field position or if they're going to try to air one out to one of the playmakers.
So Burns will take the snap. He's actually just going to hand it off. And it seems like the Reading boys weren't expecting it, but did he get out of bounds? He
2nd down.
doesn't look like he did. The clock is still running, so Arlington's going to have to hurry back to the line of scrimmage. 10 seconds left. 8 seconds left, still no play. Burns, you gotta just air it out here.
Well, it looks like, I'm wondering if that was intentional. If they were, just wanting to,
that's it.
Just take it into halftime and regroup.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe they were trying to just go for a pass event to that one, but they run out of time, unable to get a play off. And it's going to be 22-0 in favor of the Reading Rockets as the Arlington Spy Ponders trail by a score of 22-0. And Rich, we'll give it to you. What did you see from both teams in that first half? What do you hope to see later here in this second half from especially the Arlington squad as they look to continue and push forward and try and make a comeback in this one?
Well, first and foremost, we have to start with Reading. They came out strong, pass after pass, and they definitely they made sure to attack the defense early, establish their passing game, and then later in the game they wanted to make sure that they could get the run game going too, which only added to the hurry-up offense. And it was definitely tiring out the Spy Ponders. On the Spy Ponders side, you love to see how the defense has been fighting so far. They've given up a couple big plays, but they've also gotten a couple huge turnovers. So hopefully in the second half the offensive side can get a couple plays together and hopefully get something on the board.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be an interesting second half for sure. Arlington's going to have to pull a couple of tricks out of their hat here to try and get back into this one. 22-0. We'll see you back here soon for second half action after the first half break.
Sounds good.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us so far.
They don't have that DJ here.
Second half action, the Arlington Spy Ponders.
Now you're back.
We are back here with second half action. The Arlington Spy Ponders are trailing the Reading Rockets by a score of 22-0, as the Reading boys have been dominating the game so far here as they try and continue to push forward. Arlington's going to be kicking off to the Reading guys to start off this second half, and they'll have a good chance to return here, breaking down the middle, trying to bring them down there. That's number 2 for the Reading boys, Alex Sinapoli.
Alex fought for yards on that play. That's what gets you a pat on the butt from a coach right there. Fight for every yard. He got grabbed at least 10 yards before he went down, man. That's crazy.
Only a sophomore, and he's already making an impact there on that kick return for the Reading boys. They will go from about the 45-yard line to start off this second half with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, in the words of the great Bill Parcells, that's why you lift all that weight.
Definitely, and the Spy Ponders looking to obviously try and get back into this one. I was actually talking to one of our camera operators, Stuart Brooks, who knows obviously a lot about football as well as I do. And he was saying, this is a big thing. We got to be, throwing the ball a lot. And I agree with him. We've been saying it all in the first half. We got to continue to try and throw the ball, just air it out every play. When you're down this much, you got to get it out there. As a big gain early on. That's number 9, Nick Perez, who is a senior for this Reading squad. He gains about 6 on that one.
6-yard gain.
Yeah, at this particular point in the game, I would just put it in Murphy's hands and let him go wild. You don't have to air everything out 15 yards downfield, but let's get into that screen game, the quick passing game, and then that will allow your running game to open up.
And now they will go from about 2nd and 4 again. That's Perez who breaks forward. He's going to get enough for the first down. A 6-yard gain, and we'll move the chains once again as Reading continues to drive forward here on the Spy Ponders.
Yeah, Reading once again showing their versatility, being able to run the football. When you can get plus 4 yards on a run and play, you will take that every single time.
Yeah, definitely. And Reading's been dangerous on both the passing game and the running game so far today, and they show no signs of slowing down here. Murphy from the shotgun, he's communicating with his coach. So he's going to communicate with the O-line. I thought he was dropping down into center, but he's going to go back to shotgun. 1st and 10 for the Reading boys. Takes the snap, elects to hand it off. Arlington's defensive line is there to meet him, won't let him go too far for a gain about 4 yards. That's Lucas Fleming with another gain on that one. He's been a huge piece of the running game so far for the Reading guys.
He has, and he's definitely shown his versatility to be able to run the ball from under center and also out of the backfield as well. And he's
Definitely.
got a high motor. He has not lost any stamina or speed this entire game.
Yeah, he continues to push forward as he goes there once again. Gains about another 4 yards on that one. And
Fleming with the carry for a
it'll be
4-yard gain.
and short, about 3rd and 2.
3rd down.
Yeah, and you said this earlier too. He's tough. Like, that guy does not go down after the first touch. You saw right there, it took 3 guys to bring him down that time.
Yeah, it goes for the whole Reading team. They've been tough to tackle for the Arlington Spy Ponders as they're going to look to convert here on this 3rd down from the shotgun. That's Murphy. Takes the snap, looks down the middle, and it's caught once again and breaks another tackle on that one. That's number 9, Nick Perez, once again, who continues to push forward here. 16-yard gain as they push back into the Arlington end. Now within the 25-yard line, we'll move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 once again.
That's been their money play the entire game. That quick slant right over in the middle of the field.
See, and he's confident enough to throw it up high enough for Perez to jump and grab it. He's confident enough in his receivers that they both have the size and the talent to get up that high and catch that ball. Keeps it away from the defensive backs. Has really been working out for the Reading boys so far here today.
Absolutely, and his receivers have not wasted his faith in them. They've made plays every single time they've had that pass over the middle.
So he only gains 1 on that one. It's going to be 2nd and 9. As the Arlington Spy Ponders, once again, they're looking for a clutch turnover here. They've had a couple, and especially there was one big one earlier today with that interception, but they've bought themselves out time and time again with, turnovers deep in their own end, but they just got to convert those turnovers into offense and points.
Yeah, and if you're the Arlington defense, this is the opportunity you're looking for to get that stop.
And a screen pass there goes well for the Reading boys as number 1, Dan DeMare, once again, a senior tight end for the Reading Memorial Rockets. Gets about 12 yards, or 9 yards, I should say, as they're going to move the chains once again. It's going to be 1st and goal now, with 7 minutes, 48 seconds left.
The Reading boys have been great in their wide receiver screen game this afternoon. I can't tell you how many times they've run that play.
Definitely. They've been successful. Murphy under center. He signals Perez to go in motion. Takes the snap. Hands it off, driving right down the middle, and it is another touchdown. Lucas Fleming.
Fleming for a 6-yard carry.
Fleming, I don't know. Fleming again. This guy can do it all. He's got a high motor, and his team is riding the momentum right into the end zone on that touchdown play.
Yeah, they are not slowing down as they look to go up. Not only they look to go up by 29 points now off this extra point. It's 28-0 now, as they will take the extra point. And it is right down the middle, 29-0 now in favor of the Reading Rockets. And I'm looking forward to see what the Spy Pounders are going to do here on offense. You would literally have nothing to lose at this point. So yeah. I'm looking for, some innovative plays from the Arlington side of the ball.
Yeah, definitely time to get some air on the pigskin. I hope we see, first down play should be a pass, and the second down play should be a pass as well. It'll be interesting to see, what the coach was talking about at halftime and how he plans to, adjust his game plan, if any, in the second half offensively.
Yeah, this has got to turn into a Patriots and Super Bowl 51 type ordeal. You got to throw the ball every single time to try and get yourself back into this one. They're actually down even more than the Patriots were from that 28-3 deficit back in 2017. And the Patriots went on to win that game, but the Arlington Spy Pounders look to do the same here, except they're down 29.
Yeah, speaking, it's crazy. I was, just thinking about the accomplishments of just Massachusetts in general. I believe UMass Amherst just advanced to the NCAA title game. I don't watch too much college hockey, but I might have to watch that one.
Definitely. A lot of Massachusetts athletes have been succeeding as of late, and the Spy Pounders look to add to that list as they continue to try and push forward there. It's received and brought up to about the 37-yard line.
And that
was number 18 there. I'm sorry to cut you off. Jacob Kerbley, a sophomore, or a freshman. What am I saying?
Yeah, well, it's great that, he's getting his opportunity, and I believe that's the best starting field position the Spy Pounders have had all day.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it's right next to the 40-yard line.
So a good opportunity here for the Spy Pounders. If they're looking to make a drive, you get some space now behind you. Don't have to worry about any more safeties, as Henry Burns will go from the shotgun to take the snap here on 1st and 10. And he rolls out to his right, and he's heavily pressured on that one. He looks to air it out. He gets it away to Adamuk McGinty there on that right side. And it's a fumble, but a flag's down on the play. And
this is huge.
This is big. And they're saying it's Reading ball. But I'm looking to see what the flag is on this one. And it's on Arlington. And that's it. It will go back to the Reading Memorial Rockets as they decline the penalty, and the Reading boys will take over from the Arlington 35 once again.
And unfortunately, that play was stopped before it even had a chance to develop. The quarterback, ran into his offensive line, or the guy he was doing the play fake with, and, it slowed him down by a couple steps, not allowed the defense to basically pressure him and, force him into making a throw he wasn't comfortable making.
Yeah, Henry tried to escape that one there. You saw him dancing around. He actually got the ball out to Woog, but he was just blindsided there on that left side, causing the fumble, and the Reading boys will take it back from actually about the 47, not the 35, as it'll be 1st and 10. Murphy in the shotgun. They look to put the absolute final nail in the coffin now with a score here.
Yeah, the one thing you don't want to do is beat yourself, and unfortunately, that's kind of what happened on that last play.
And he looks to air it out. It's caught. on that far left side. That's number 15, Patrick Harrigan. Murphy and Harrigan have been connecting all day, and actually an Arlington defender's down on that one. A beautiful spiral to the outside. And wow, this Murphy, James Murphy, a sophomore quarterback, he is special. He's something special. I would keep your eyes open for him a couple years down the line when he's going to college. This kid could be, making an impact on the college scene one day.
Absolutely. He could end up being a McDonald's All-American, or, next thing you know, you'll be seeing him under center for Nick Saban and those folks over at Alabama.
He's definitely been superb so far here today as he continues to add to his resume here as the Reading boys will take the ball from about the 13 or 12-yard line. And
arguably that was his best catch and throw.
That was a great throw.
Over the back shoulder is such a difficult and underrated completion pass, but it looks so beautiful when you see it in action.
He rolls out to the right. He's going to look to show that he can take the ball on his own as he takes it out of bounds for a gain of about 4.
He holds on to the ball for a gain
and if you're the coach, I don't think you want to see your quarterback exposing himself like that too often, but him showing his toughness right there, I think, is definitely something that will always inspire your teammates.
Yeah, he's shown he's got it in him, is the ability to take the ball. And now look at this. They're going to go Wildcat. Direct snap down the middle. That's number 9 who took it, Nick Perez.
Yeah, Arlington was not fooled on that Wildcat play.
As
Perez with the carry for a gain of 1.
The Reading boys are getting extremely creative now, as we would expect the Arlington boys to do, but we haven't seen much of that yet.
Well, that's the that's kind of the flip side of the coin in situations like that. The team that's also up by a large margin also has an opportunity to maybe try out some plays that they may want to run later, and a more competitive game down the line. So I can definitely understand why they'd want that to do that as well. But you'd like to see that from Arlington too. Maybe run a couple trick plays.
Definitely Murphy. Play action. It is caught once again. That's another touchdown from Murphy to Harrigan to put the Reading boys up by 5 scores now. 35-0 pending the extra point.
Just a beautiful catch and throw. I mean, between him and 15, it's just pitch and catch. You can tell these guys have been doing this thing for a long time.
Yeah, it's crazy to see that, Murphy is only a sophomore, and he's already, and
it looks like that one's blocked.
Yeah, it's blocked on that one, so no 2-point conversions necessary if Arlington can score 5 touchdowns in the remaining 16 minutes of the game. But obviously, even if you can't come out with those 5, you're looking to push and finish out on a strong note here on senior afternoon. Get a couple of scores and get some good plays, get that confidence built back up as the Spy Founders trail by a huge margin in this one, but they look to turn the tides and the momentum a little bit here on this next possession.
Yeah, Arlington is obviously in a really difficult position, but, this game is also about pride and grit and grind, so there's definitely still a lot to prove as an individual and as a team on this field, so I hope that, they'll, continue to buckle the chin strap and give it 100% on every play.
Definitely, and the Spy Founders will take the field once again to receive the kickoff from the Reading boys with 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. The Rockets leading by a score of 35-0 here on senior afternoon here in Arlington. So, Rich, what do you think? What do you think is the craziest play we could see from the Spy Founders here on this next offensive drive?
This kind of gives me flashbacks to when the Patriots played the Ravens. In the middle of last season. I would love to see one of their playmakers possibly throw a pass in the air. Like I would love to see if maybe Caden Mills, as if he's got a little bit of arm, so he'd like to put some air under that ball and possibly get the ball to his running back. I'd love to see that, get Adam Lee and Caden Mills in the play at the same time and see if you can make some magic happen.
Yeah, definitely. You got to go for anything at this point. I'm with you on that. You got to make some creative plays, stuff like that. Maybe some flea flickers, anything you can get. Double passes, like you were saying.
Right, the stuff that you practice, at the end of the week or the middle of the week, those if we're in a situation type play, this is potentially your last game of the season, so now's the time to bust out all your tricks.
Definitely, it's going to be important for the Arlington Spy Pounders to try and make something happen, whether it's in a winning or losing effort. They want to definitely get some points on the board here.
Yeah, and maybe if you even have some guys who haven't gotten much play time this season, but you saw some potential, this could be a great opportunity for them to see what you have to work with, possibly going into next season, and give them something to work towards going for next season.
Definitely. As Stanley Pierre off the return, he's going to be pushed back to about the 15-yard line.
Here with the return for the Spy Pounders.
And the Spy Pounders will take it once again from deep in their own end as they enter the field. The offense of the Spy Pounders led by senior captain and quarterback Henry Burns.
Henry Burns, and I'm staring directly at his poster that's in front of me, number 14, Burns football. This could potentially be his last game, so it's definitely emotional for him as well.
Yeah, definitely. You're looking to try and make something happen here in this last home game of the season for the Spy Pounders, unless if maybe there's some consolation games or something. Those are all up in the air now, unfamiliar with the so Burns will take the snap. He throws it down the middle and it is caught. Stanley Pierre on that one makes a big catch to move forward about 5 yards. He's slow to get up. We hope he's all right.
Yeah, looks like he's walking a little bit slow. You like to see that he's on his feet on his own, but
looks like he's going to stay on the field too.
Yeah.
Tough Arlington team. Even when you're down this much, you still see that fight and you still see that grit from the Arlington Spy Pounders side of things.
Yeah, not everybody likes going over the middle for those slants, and you saw exactly why right there. There's pain coming over the middle.
Definitely. Burns takes the snap. He looks to air it out in the middle, and it is incomplete as Woog was double covered on that one. Good coverage there by Colby Goodchild, a junior who's had a big impact on the offensive side of the ball as well as the defensive side of the ball now with that big breakup there for the Rockets.
Yeah, thank God that ball hit the ground because there were a lot of white jerseys in the middle of that play just now.
So it'll be interesting to see what kind of plays Arlington can pull out of its sleeve here as Burns lines up in the shotgun, 3rd and 5. Takes the snap, drop back, heavily pressured on that one, and he gets the ball out. But
looks like
it's not enough for the first.
It's getting a little chippy over there just now.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit chippy now. But will the Spy Pounders go for it on 4th down? I'm assuming why not, It's nothing to lose at this point, but... Oh, actually, they got the first down. They're going to give them the first down on that one.
How about that? Well, how about that?
So, yeah, they're going to give them the first down. 1:26 left here in the 3rd quarter as the Spy Pounders convert on a first down conversion there. On a 3rd down conversion, I should say, as Burns will go from the shotgun once again, looking to get his team back in it.
Yeah. Got a first down on the play. See if we can add to that momentum.
Rolling out to his right there, that's Shane Broughton, who breaks a couple of tackles and tries to push forward, but I think, unfortunately, it's going to be a loss of yardage on that one.
With the carry for a loss of
and unfortunately, that's kind of been the story of the day. Like, the Spy Pounders just haven't been able to get anything on the ground, not at the middle or on the outside.
Yeah, definitely. This defensive line from Reading has been extremely tough to get through so far for the Spy Pounders. That'll be 2nd and 12 now for Arlington, taking it from about their 26-yard line. So Burns from the shotgun once again. He takes the snap, has some time. He looks to air it out to his left, and it is a little bit overthrown there. He was looking for number 6. That's Dennis Ho.
Yeah, it looks like there may have been a little miscommunication. That ball looked like it was going towards the sideline, and it started to look like he was trying to cut a little bit towards the middle. So,
and Dennis, a big basketball and volleyball player for the high school. This is actually his first year playing football. He wanted to try it out. Gets a good look on that one, but unfortunately, it's a little bit overthrown. As there will be 3rd and 12 now for the Spy Pounders with 14 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
That's always crazy when you see guys who are just able to be so versatile. Like, you're a 2-sport athlete. It's hard enough to play football, but when you can add another sport on top of that, man, that's awesome.
And Burns doesn't see anything on that one. He's going to ground it. And It'll be 4th down for the Spy Ponders, and I think they're going to punt away once again. Maybe, I mean, we were talking about this last week. Maybe a fake punt? Who knows? Maybe we'll see something creative on this one as the Spy Ponders, they have 4 seconds left now in the 4th quarter. They're going to look to punt it away.
Yeah, you know, you love to see some creativity at this point in the game. There's, again, the game.
It's looking pretty bad right now.
Yeah, but it's an opportunity to test out those other plays and things that you work on in practice.
Definitely, but they elect to punt it for real as it drips out to about the 45-yard line in the Reading end. And the Rockets will take it back. That's the end of the 3rd quarter now, 35-0 in favor of the Reading Rockets as the Spy Ponders look to continue to contest in this one as we go into the 4th quarter. Rich, what do you think we're going to have to see from both teams here in the 4th quarter? What do you think we're going to see in the closing minutes of this contest?
Well, you know, in games like this, I just hope that nobody gets hurt, right?
Yep.
Like, you know, at this point, you know, I'd like to just see a clean game of football. Hopefully everybody, you know, was able to just come out unscathed. And, you know, for the Spy Ponders, I'd like to see some creativity, as we talked about. Let's get some trick plays in there. Let's get some guys in there that haven't gotten much play time this season that maybe you saw something that you liked during the season or in practice. So I definitely think it's a great opportunity for Arlington to just, you know, let it all out. And for Reading, you know, it looks like you're going to be playing for something in the future, so you know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe pull a couple of their starters and you know, see what your other guys can do just in case they have to get called at some point later in the season.
Definitely, the Reading boys have been extremely competitive in this one, and last year obviously being the Middlesex League champions. And they look to continue their dominance this year as they lead the Arlington Spy Ponders by a score of 35-0 as we enter this 4th quarter.
Yeah, this is a very, very difficult sport to play. So, you know, everybody on this field has something to be proud of today. You know, you know, we don't always get what we want on the scoreboard, but, you know, this is the team game, and it takes a lot to win in this league. So, you know, a lot to be appreciative for if you're the Arlington Spy Ponders.
For sure. As it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Reading boys. Takes a snap and a handoff once again. He breaks through, trying to break that tackle once again. He gains about 25 or 30 yards on that one. That's number 20 once again, Colby Goodchild, and it looks like Nick Perez has taken over at quarterback, so they're going to throw the backup in. Nick Perez, he's been a big wide receiver so far for the Reading boys so far today, and now he will get his chance at quarterback.
Yeah, well, Goodchild's been the great child today, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been incredible for this Reading squad.
Oh, man, and, you know, just kind of as we were both talking about, it looks like Reading's trying out another quarterback.
Yeah.
I love that, you know.
Yeah, Nick Perez.
Yeah, you know, this is such a crazy game. You know, a guy, you know, obviously you hope no one ever gets hurt, but, you know, your guy could go down, and the next thing you know, you always want to be prepared for everything.
For sure. And now the Reading boys assess for the penalty there. It's going to be 1st and 15. Perez under center. He takes the snap. Handoff there as he tries to break out to his left. Still plowing forward, however, there for a gain of about 10.
Reading for a gain of 10 yards. 2nd down.
So it'll be 2nd and 5 now for the Reading boys.
Reading showing their ability to run each quarter. They can throw, but they're showing you they can run the ball as well.
Yeah, no signs of slowing down for the Rockets as Perez will go under center once again. 2nd and 5. Takes the snap. Handoff once again. Trying to break down the middle. He doesn't gain too much. Doesn't look like it'll be enough for the 1st down yet, but it'll be 3rd and short for the Reading boys as that was number 82.
And that's back-to-back runs on that, you know, on their last couple plays. So I'm kind of wondering if this is going to be more towards the game plan where they're just trying to run the clock down and just make sure their guys can get out of there safe and healthy.
Definitely. Now Perez will go from shotgun. 3rd and 2. And false start there. That was number 16 who jumped a little bit. As the Reading boys will be forced back. It'll be 3rd and about 7 now. As Perez will stay in the shotgun.
3rd down.
Perez takes the snap, and he's going to look to take it himself as he tries to drive down the middle, and he's brought down for a gain of almost nothing, which will force the Reading boys to either punt or maybe we'll see a field goal. I've never seen a field goal from this far away in high school, but, you know, we shall see.
You know, I'm like, and you don't see many field goals in general, you know, at the high school level, but honestly, I'm a sucker for a field goal, man.
Yeah.
When it comes to high school, like, I just want to see who can make kicks from this distance.
Definitely. It's definitely an interesting thing to see. Doesn't look like we're going to see it, though, as Perez goes back under center. 4th down. As they look to convert. Takes the snap. Play action there. He's going to take it himself, but he's brought down. Big defensive play there. That was number 34, Shane Broughton, who continues to make his presence known in this one.
Yeah, look,
Arlington will take over.
Great tackle, because it looked like he had a little bit of green grass to go. Honestly, he kept going to the sidelines, but you love to see Arlington's, you know, was hanging in there and just making sure, even on 4th down at this late stage in the game, you're not giving them anything without a fight.
Yeah, it was a close call on that one, but Broughton stuck with them. And Arlington will take over now from about the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 with 7 minutes, 49 seconds left here in the 4th and final quarter. And Burns talking with the sideline there.
Yeah, looks like they're trying to get something
and
figured out right now.
They're going to take a timeout. A little bit of confusion there from the Arlington bench as they will elect to take this timeout.
Arlington
Clock is still ticking, however. As I'm assuming it should go back to about 7.5 minutes, but the clock is still running. Hopefully they don't leave it at that.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm wondering if this is intentional, this is sort of a hiccup.
No, they're stopping now. Okay. So 35-0 now for the Reading boys as they lead here in this contest. And Rich, what are you hoping to see from the Arlington boys on this could possibly be their last drive of the game here as they look to get something going?
Well, I'm definitely hoping for them to open up the passing game. I would love to see some creative passes. I want to see some of their playmakers get a chance, you know, to get the ball and make something happen. I want to see Caden Mills get a couple shots over the middle. I want to see Adam Lee get a couple screen passes in the backfield. Let's really open up this offense and, you know, show these guys what we can do.
So it'll be 1st and 10. Burns takes the snap. He elects to hand it off to Lee, who has plenty of room there on that left side. Unfortunately, unable to get much on the gain there as he's brought down.
On the carry with a gain of 1.
With a gain of 1 there. It'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Spy Ponders. As Burns will go back to the line of scrimmage with the squad.
Yeah, it's been a very, very run-heavy type of offensive game plan for the Spy Ponders today. It's just unfortunate they just really haven't been able to get anything going in that field.
There we go, a screencast from Burns. He looks for number 12 there. That's Alex Gardner, who gets the completion there.
Burns to Gardner for a gain of 1.
Yeah, and I like I like the quick screen. Unfortunately, it didn't look like everybody had their blocker set up to have that one really go somewhere.
So it'll be 3rd and 8 for the Spy Ponders now, as they will look to try and convert deep. Henry Burns in shotgun.
Yeah, 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left.
He drops back. He's heavily pressured already. He tries to roll out to his right, and he's forced to throw it away. As it'll be 4th and 8 now for the Spy Ponders.
Yeah, unfortunately, that, you know, the Reading was able to kind of get in the backfield right away, so that Murphy didn't even have a chance to survey the field and, you know, make a good throw on that one.
I think Arlington's going to go for it. Burns is staying on the field. He's talking to the referee on that one, I don't know. He might be staying on the field, and now I'm wrong. So he's going off.
Why not? You got
I know. Yeah, I agree with you. What do you have to lose at this point? But they're gonna go and punt it anyway, as they are faced with a 4th and 8 from about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Jake Schiano, he's had his moments this season as a backup QB when he's been thrown into this role. So let's give this guy a couple opportunities to see if he can make a couple plays. Let's see if what he's been studying, in these past 3.5 quarters. Give him a chance.
Jake Schiano has been a good player for the Arlington Spy-Pounders. He hasn't played much quarterback so far this year, but we have seen him on defense. He actually had an interception last home game against Lexington a couple of weeks back. So, he has some talent on that defensive side of the ball. We haven't seen him at quarterback yet, but definitely making an impact here on the Arlington squad. Only a sophomore, so we'll have him for a couple of years afterwards.
All the more reason to let him out right now and see what he can do. Looks like, they're taking the time out to try to figure out what they're going to do for the next couple minutes of this game and see if they can execute.
Yeah, maybe they'll go for it now that they've taken this time out. Why not? Just throw out there, look for something, as the game is almost 99% sure that this one's out of reach. So we have 4 minutes and 58 seconds left in the contest. Reading leading by a score of 35-0. That's 5 touchdowns the Spy-Pounders would need to climb back into this one.
5 touchdowns, 4 onside kicks, right?
Yeah, the odds are not in Arlington's favor, but it looks like they're going to be punting anyway, as Aiden Moog-McGinty will go back to take the snap.
It's the 4th down and long. Don't see. So they're actually punting this one away.
Yeah,
okay.
So he's going to punt it. A nice punt, though. It goes out far, and it's received there. He's going to take the fair catch. That was number 10. That's Aiden Beckenhughes.
I like that. It's crazy. Like, one of the most pivotal plays that can, tends to get a lot of players hurt is on the kick, on the kickoff and the punt return. So, if you're Reading, at this point in the game, just, field the punt cleanly, and it seems like they're trying to just run some clock anyway. So field it cleanly and get a couple running plays out. Make sure you can keep you guys healthy.
Yeah, definitely. As the Spy-Pounders will go back on defense now. 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the contest on this beautiful afternoon here at Mary Pierce Field in Arlington. 75 degrees outside. It's not really normal to have for football weather, at least up here in New England. Maybe down in Miami or something, you're having this kind of weather for games, but it's different here in Arlington as football was moved to the fall 2 season here for high school sports.
There are some people that feel like football should just be played during this time of year anyway, since it's
beautiful out.
Yeah, it's an outdoor sport, and there's just such a different energy, man, especially New England when we get to this time of year, and 72, and you can just wear shorts, and, you just feel so alive. We don't get this weather often, so we really, it's like a total glow up when we finally get it.
Yeah, you got to appreciate it when it comes, but obviously, football also has that aspect. You love playing in those weather games, the rain, the snow. So,
there's nothing I like better than, just watching old highlights of NFL films and just watching, like, the players' breath and the smoke coming out of their, heads and whatnot. It's so epic. It just has such a gladiator vibe to it. The snow coming down. Oh, man.
The best of both worlds there here in New England. You can play in the heat, and you can also play in the freezing cold, as Reading will take it 2nd down here off the handoff. They're not going to gain too much on that. Gets up to about the 36 or 7-yard line, as it'll be 3rd and 4.
Rockets with a 3-yard gain. 3rd down.
Yeah, the Reading's definitely on the run the clock mentality right now. It looks like they're probably lining up to go for another running play at this point.
Yeah, definitely, and they're going to look to continue to wind this clock down now. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in this contest. It'll be 3rd and 4 now.
High formation.
Perez takes the snap, runs into his running back, and Arlington is able to bring him down for a loss of yardage on that play. And I would assume that Reading is probably just gonna
4th down for the Rockets.
Go for it here. What do you have to? Oh, actually no. They're gonna switch it up. They're gonna punt it away, actually being in their own end.
Yeah, they'll probably run this thing down for as many seconds as they can and punt the ball.
So Arlington will get one last chance to maybe just get a score or something here with 1 minute 50 seconds left now as they go for the punt. for possibly the last possession of this contest.
Yeah, so what have we had? Maybe one trick play this afternoon?
We've seen one.
Yeah.
Saw one Wildcat as the ball bounces there at about the 40-yard line, and it's going to be taken up. Oh, and is that a fumble? It's a fumble, and now the Reading boys will get it back. And the Arlington boys, oh no, the referees will give it to Arlington on that one.
Well, they
must have bounced out of bounds.
Oh man,
that would have been a low note to go out there if you were Arlington. Glad to get the ball back there, get a last chance effort.
Yeah, I think some folks were about to get pretty angry if Arlington wasn't at least going to be able to have the ball for the one last time.
Let's see what they're going to do here. What they need, they might just need it just to finish it off, but under a minute left now.
This is a really emotional time for these seniors, right? Like, this is, possibly the last possession of your high school career as a football player. So, there's, even though the game's out of reach, you're thinking about a lot at this point, I feel like, as a player being in this position.
Yeah.
Like, this is it, possibly.
Burns to Garden here for a loss of 1.
So he's actually going to lose a couple yards on that one. Now 30 seconds left in the contest as Arlington will take the ball once again for the last play of the game, it looks like. Burns in the shotgun. He takes the snap, a low ball. He's going to take it himself. Burns gains a couple of yards on that one.
To it for a gain of 2 yards.
And it looks like that will do it. The Reading Memorial Rockets will walk out of this one with a 35-0 win. They continue to look strong on this as they get a big win here today. And obviously the Spy Pounders, even in the loss, they still looked great at points in the contest. And obviously a huge shout out to all the seniors on the team as the Arlington Spy Pounders go down in a loss here against the Reading boys.
For the Spy, congratulations to Reading. Every win is a win to be proud of. And for the Spy Pounders, congratulations to them as well on a successful season, on a healthy season. There's great things don't always show up on the scoreboard. So, congratulations to all the work that these guys have done all season, the preparation time, the commitment, and congratulations to all the seniors who played football all these years and gave so much for the Arlington community to be thankful for.
Definitely, and a huge thank you to everybody from ACMi and the whole crew here today of volunteer students from the high school for coming out to this game to help us cover it. A huge thank you to you, Rich, for coming back here to call the game with me. I really appreciate you coming back out for this one. It was a beautiful day for football, and we saw some entertaining action here despite the Arlington loss.
Hey, likewise, Nick, I'm more than happy to do play-by-play with you anytime, man. I love doing play-by-play with you, and it's a great honor to be able to, to be a part of the Arlington community as well, ACMi and everybody involved.
Yeah, so that will do it for us here. Thank you once again, Rich, for coming out. Alongside Richard Damas, my name is Nick Antonakas. We will see you back here soon for some action. But before we go, we're actually just going to read off all of the volunteers here today. Plenty of AHS students. We have Kira Woog McGinty, Stuart Brooks on camera, Maxwell DePriest, Ilya Shovinoff, and as well as on the ACMi operations manager, we have Jeff Monroe, production coordinator Dave McGinnis, and then also everybody else. Thank you once again to you, Rich, for coming out here today.
Thank you as well, Nick. Nick, you're a senior, man, and good luck to graduation. I'll try to make sure I can be there to see you guys off. My name is Richard Damas, and as Nick said, we are now signing off.
Leo Vogt directing.
Oh, and Leo Vogt was directing. A huge shout out to Leo, who did a great job today, as well as everybody else here on the crew. That'll do it for us here from ACMi Sports. Like we've said 100 times now, alongside Richard Damas, my name is Nick Antonakas. We'll see you back here very soon. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching.
Have a safe weekend, folks.